Jane Austen had a simple and happy childhood. She was born in England in 1775, in a village called Steventon. Jane grew up in a family that loved books and stories. She had 6 brothers and 1 sister, and they were all very close. The Austen family spent a lot of time together. They read books, played games, and put on little plays at home. Jane's father had a big library, so she had access to lots of books from a young age. This is where her love for storytelling began. Jane went to school for a while, but mostly learned at home from her father and brothers. She loved to write, and she started creating stories. Her family encouraged her writing. Their home was filled with books. She read everything she could get her hands on. This love for reading fueled her own desire to write. Jane was very close to her family, especially her sister Cassandra. They shared secrets, dreams, and stories. Jane's family supported her writing and believed in her talent. As Jane got older, her family moved to different places in England. She had a quiet and peaceful life, but she observed the people and society around her, which would later inspire her novels. In her simple and joyful childhood, Jane Austen's love for books and storytelling began to bloom, setting the stage for her future as a renowned novelist. Jane's childhood was like a world of imagination. She and her siblings would make up stories and plays, often performing them for their family's entertainment. These early experiences helped Jane develop her storytelling skills. Her family would read and enjoy them, and this early practice was the start of her incredible journey as a writer. Jane's life remained quiet and peaceful as she grew into adulthood. She lived in different places in England but mostly in the countryside. It was a simple and serene life. Jane's passion for writing continued to grow. Her family enjoyed reading her work, and this positive feedback encouraged her to keep writing. Jane was on the path to becoming a writer. She read many books about literature and politics, and learned from her family's discussions about the world around them. This broadened her understanding of the world and deepened her storytelling skills. Jane became a keen observer of the world around her. She noticed how people behaved, their manners, and the way society worked. These observations would later become the material for her novels, where she cleverly critiqued the norms of her time. At the age of 35, Jane Austen's first novel, Sense and Sensibility. This was just the beginning of her remarkable literary journey. As Jane Austen transitioned into adulthood, her love for writing deepened, and she began to craft the stories that would make her a celebrated author. Her observations of society and her gift for storytelling were the keys to her future success. Her stories weren't just about love. They were also clever commentaries on the class system, societal expectations, and the role of women. As Jane's novels continued to be published, readers eagerly awaited her next book, and her work became more and more popular. She was a pioneer in women's literature, using her writing to empower women and shed light on their struggles. Her heroines were strong and independent, challenging the norms of society. Despite her growing success as a novelist, Jane Austen continued to live a quiet and unassuming life. She never married and remained close to her family, finding inspiration in their everyday experiences and discussions. Her family's love and belief in her talent continued to fuel her creativity. Sadly, Jane's life was cut short. In 1817, at the age of 41, she fell ill. The exact nature of her illness remains a mystery, but she passed away on July 18, 1817. While Jane Austen's life may have been relatively short and quiet, her impact on literature and society was profound. Her novels continued to gain popularity even after her death, and they are now regarded as some of the most beloved classics in English literature. Jane Austen's novels have been adapted into numerous films, TV series, and stage productions, ensuring that her stories reach new generations of readers and viewers. She remains an icon of literature, known for her keen observations and timeless storytelling. Her novels continue to inspire, entertain, and provide valuable insights into human nature and society.